is where your videos are located. So more specifically to say, it's telling the engines which page to consider as the homepage for your videos, which will really work great because let's say Google starts to realize that there is a video somewhere, showing that there is a video. So how to do that? So first of all, you need to create those sitemaps, and for that you should create a title, description, play page URL, thumbnail URL, raw video URL, or if you are embedded from any other places, for example YouTube URL. And whenever you have already this video sitemap, you should upload them in the root level of your website to take the advantage of that of the benefits that it gives. Another thing that you always need to consider is not only for videos, it's all the, let's say, contents, especially the images. Always put title to your files, because I realize that a lot of people just putting random names like video 1, 2, 3, 4, something, and not using some keywords to your file names, which is so important for your rankings. Of course, attractive thumbnails also so important, because if you are just not like choosing randomly, but uploading a very attractive thumbnail, it will really help you to push your rankings. And if in your videos you or someone is talking, there is a human connection, and your thumbnail has that human connection, it will drive more engagement, of course. Another thing is the transcriptions, which is so important for video optimization. So if you are using transcripts, there's let's say a trick when you are uploading your video on website and there is a long video with keywords and transcripts. Google understands that, and it can sound like a long form blog post, which is good because you will not have those long texts on your website, but at the same time, it will consider as a text and will help you to go higher in the rankings. And finally, maybe for optimizing the speed, I know that a lot of people are putting those huge files of videos on their websites. And there is two ways. Either you need to have smaller files, so it will not, let's say, harm the loading process of the website, or better to embed from YouTube, which is better because if you're higher in the YouTube search, it will help you be higher on the Google, as we have talked before. So if we're talking about YouTube optimization, it's totally different, let's say, from blog posts. And first of all, you need to do a keyword research before starting even creating your videos. There is really good tools to do keyword research, but maybe one of the easiest version is YouTube Suggest, is when you are just typing in the YouTube your something related to your, let's say, business or the field, and it suggests, these suggestions are very real, so you can take them into account before creating your and picking your target, let's say, keyword. Another very quick maybe tips is using a video title. In your video title of your video, you need to include your targeted keywords. It's so important, and also maximizes for the click-through rate, CTR. I will talk about CTR lately, but using keywords is so important in your title as well as in the description. Also, I would suggest to have your description at least 200 words and more, because as long the description as better, because you will YouTube will find a lot of important information, and rank you higher. Video tags also are important, although I heard a lot that people are saying that experts are telling that tags are not working as greatly as it was before. So better to not have a lot of tags, just very specific ones, and the ones that can include your target keyword. And finally, maybe you should have, of course, the transcripts work better for YouTube as well. Of course, it can generate their own transcripts, but better to edit them, because sometimes YouTube does like 10% of mistakes in the transcript. So if you are uploading yours or changing, it will work better. As I said about the CTR, so what does it mean? after using your target keyword, you should make the other part of your title very engaging, so it will work. So it's not just using target, but at least some, let's say, engaging thoughts of how it will help people, so they will click to watch the video and not just pass through it. Maybe this is all for today. If my colleagues have anything to add about the SEO, please. If not, thanks so much for listening and watching on podcast. I'm sure you will follow us for more great content, and we will be back next week for the summing up of SEO episodes. Thanks and bye.
Thank you.